Hello students, this is our next part of chapter Party and Party System. As in previous part we have discussed about the Indira Gandhi government, their some hard decisions and the effect of those decisions on the public. So there were a lot of agitation, anger in public's mind. So there was an air of non-congressism started to blow. This situation could not have remained isolated from party politics in country. So when Indira Gandhi's government did some blunders, as the result they faced in Bandh and Hartal, public filled with anger, and anti-Congress parties joined together. So opposition parties were in the forefront of organizing public protests and pressurizing the government. So opposition party supported the public in protests and pressurized the government for a resign of Indira Gandhi. So parties opposed to the Congress realized that the division of their votes kept the Congress in power. Opposition parties thought where they have their lackness to get the public support, because there were too many parties that were contested the election separately, and the public divided its vote among them. So that is why the Congress came in power. Thus, parties that were entirely different and disparate in their programs and ideology got together to form anti-Congress fronts in some states and entered into political adjustment of sharing seat in others. So these parties thought if we join together, support each other, so we could win against the Congress. They felt that the inexperience of Indira Gandhi and the internal factionalism within the Congress provided them an opportunity to topple the Congress. So Indira Gandhi did not have too much experience as a PM, so that is why she took the hard decision that were not in favor of the citizen. And some Congress leaders also opposed her decision and working style. So this thinking gave the support to the opposition and opportunity to topple the Congress. The socialist leader Ram Manohar Lohia gave this strategy. The name of non-congressism is Ram Manohar Lohia was the socialist leader at that time. So he gave the strategy the name of non-congressism. He also produced theoretical arrangement in its defense. What were they? Congress rule was undemocratic and opposed to the interest of ordinary poor people. Yes, this was right. Congress always had the idea of capitalist. Congress also favored the capitalist support them, favor them, and they ignored the poor people. Therefore, the coming together of non-Congress parties was necessary for reclaiming democracy for the people. So those party who were in a position of Congress, they united and gave the slogan "Save Democracy," as we have read about this in previous chapter. So, what was the election verdict? What was the result of electoral fight? It was in this context to heightened popular discontent and the polarization of political forces that the fourth general election of the Lok Sabha and State Assembly were held in February 1967. The second thing that Congress was facing the electorate for the first time without Nehru, so they were very disappointed in the absence of Nehru. The results jolted the Congress at both the national and state level. There was a shocking result, as you can imagine what was happened. Many contemporary political observers described the election results as a political earthquake. The Congress did manage to get a majority in Lok Sabha, but with its lowest tally of seats and share of votes since 1952. After the independence, Congress saw its first defeat in the election of 1967, and somehow they could manage to get the majority in Lok Sabha, but they won very few seats, so they could not hold the power. Half the ministers of Indira's cabinet were defeated. The political stalwarts means जो top leaders. The political stalwarts who lost in their constituencies included, which are the Kamraj in Tamil Nadu, S.K. Patil in Maharashtra, Atulya Ghosh in West Bengal, and K.B. Sahai in Bihar. The democratic nature of political change would be more apparent at the state level. On a state, there were too many states where Congress lost its all the seats. The Congress lost majority in as many as 7 states. What a big nuksan. In 2 other states, defections prevented it from forming a government. What is the defection? Defection is a process to change the party after winning from a party. If a candidate won the seat within the Congress and after winning he wants to change the party, this is called the defection. So 7 to 9 states Congress was failed to form the government. These 9 states where the Congress lost power were spread across the country. Which are the states? Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Odisha, Madras and Kerala. In Madras state, now it is Tamil Nadu, a regional party, Dravid Munetra Kadagam, DMK, came to power by securing a clean majority. This is the first time that a regional party could secure the majority. in any state. The DMK won power after having led a massive anti-Hindi agitation by students against the center on the issue of imposition of Hindi as the official language. The Congress declared that there were two official languages, Hindi and English. So in many states, this idea was opposed, especially in South India. This was the first time any non-Congress party had secured a majority of its own in any state. In the other 8 states, coalition governments consisting of different non-Congress parties were formed. Coalition, you know better, when a single party could not get the majority, two or more party joined together and form the government. This is called the coalition governments. As popular saying was that one could take a train from Delhi to Howrah and not pass through a single Congress ruled state. उस टाइम एक कहावत बन गई थी कि अगर आप दिल्ली से कलकत्ता हावड़ा जाएंगे तो आपकी ट्रेन किसी भी कांग्रेस के रूल वाले स्टेट से नहीं गुजरेगी. It was a strange feeling for those who were used to see the Congress in power. So was the domination of Congress over? It will be discussed after. So if you have any query, any problem, you can message me or call me, no problem at all, and make your present in comment section. It's enough for today. Thank you.